Hi everyone, welcome back to week 3 of In Practice with Doing Well, and I'm back. I'm here to recap everything that happened during week 3, and I have all the things that I've done for my check-in in here, and I'll share that with you. There's a warning that I did not check in that weekend of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I missed those 2 days, but it's okay because it was a holiday and it was really hectic for me. I had a flight to catch and also so much happening. I was staying with a friend as well. So honestly, genuinely, I did not have time. But nonetheless, I did check in 5 out of 7 days and that really helped. So let's find out what happened. So on the Monday, 19th of December, I checked in and I said I had a productive day working on some final touches before I go on leave for real. I'm supposedly on leave now, but still need to do some stuff, and laughed a lot hanging out with Auntie. So I went out that day having a coffee, and I worked at the cafe because I needed to focus, and it's really hard for me to stay home and focus because I get easily distracted. But when I see other people productive or talking, I'll just, find my own thing to do. So that really helped. And I wrapped up certain things on that day. And I had a really fun night with Auntie as well. So my feeling that day was happy. Next, on the Tuesday, 20th December, I checked in and I was feeling pleased. In the notes, I did say, even though I am on leave, I organized a virtual end-of-year party for my team and reconnected with why I started. It was so heartwarming and fun. Oh, I completely forgot about this. It's so good to read this back. And yeah, I truly feel the benefit of this now. Definitely will just keep doing this for as much as I can after the series done. But yeah, I had a relaxing day that day, and even though I didn't have to work, I still hopped on. I was actually at a cafe with my cousin. She was working on her stuff and I was working on my stuff, and we exchanged a few words here and there, but it was really nice. It was a really nice cafe, and I got some things done, and it was really nice to just get back in touch with my colleagues. So yeah, I felt pleased that day. When you're burnt out, it's just really hard for you to feel like you want to do what you're doing. So for me, it was that kind of a challenge. And so, it was really good to feel pleased that day, just reconnecting with the fun that I have at work and, how much we've done over the year. So yeah, I think feeling pleased was, definitely the right word. Next is Wednesday, the 21st of December. I said I had the best time with Auntie today. We had deep conversations and discussed life. She empowered me to do my best while taking care of myself. Yeah, I remember that day now. My auntie and I went for a long ride. We went cycling for 15 kilometers, to and from the beach. There's a place called Baizo, and it's kind of where you can see, the beach at its finest in Vũng Tàu. And we went to a cafe after the ride, after the first leg of it, because we were just so exhausted. It was really hot that day as well. We saw Afterglow, with pink skies and everything. And yeah, Auntie and I had a one-on-one chat, and we just really enjoyed talking about life, how far we've both come in our own lives and the lessons that we've learned. And obviously, she has way more lessons to share. So, she just really reassured me that I was doing my best and I should just keep doing what I'm doing, because, a lot of the times I felt like I didn't do enough. So yeah, on that particular day, I felt empowered, and that was the word of the day. Thursday, the 22nd of December, the feeling was optimistic. So I don't remember why. The only photo I have here is of, the cafe that we went to and some drinks that our family had. But I think I probably did some reading that day, and I went out with the family and we had dinner and then we had lunch. I think that was the last night in Vũng Tàu for me, so I treated the family to a really nice dinner with seafood. So that was really good. And we talked about, everything here and there in between. Obviously Christmas was approaching as well, so it was really nicely decorated. I mean, the cafe. And so it was like a really nice family hangout before the week ends. And I said I have reconnected with things I enjoy doing again, and I feel hopeful about the future. I'm getting myself back. I'm not sure why I wrote what I wrote here, but yeah, I felt optimistic on that day. I think it was because I was slowly recovering from my burnout, and also just started to, see what I wanted to do more of in 2023. I'll share a bit more about that in a bit. And finally, on Friday, December the 23rd, I went back to Ho Chi Minh City and I went shopping by myself, which was the best. And then I had 4Ps with Thuy, who's my friend, and went out for drinks with Lou, another Lou, and had a 5-day back in Saigon. So the feeling that day was joyful, and it was really nice, I think, because I felt like myself again. I mean, obviously it was really nice to be with family, but because I was constantly surrounded by people, I couldn't do my own thing. And I guess it was really nice to just go out and do things by myself, even if it was just simple as doing some simple shopping. I treated my friend to a meal as well, and that was really nice. It was one of my favorite restaurant chains in Vietnam as well. It's really nice to have a laugh and talk about life and just do my thing. I don't remember exactly happened that day, but I remember having breakfast with my auntie's family before I headed back to Ho Chi Minh City. And it was just really nice to do nothing, enjoy music on the ride back and just focus on the conversation I had with my friends. So overall it was really good to feel joyful. And I'm looking at this and I also saw that I unlocked lesson 5. It's all in the details. So obviously this is part of the How We Feel app, and the more you check in, the more lessons you unlocked. So I unlocked this lesson, and they said, did you know that people tend to repeat the same words to describe their emotions? Notice which words you return to more than once. Reflect on the patterns you're seeing. So I think it was good for me that particular week to check in, because overall that week I felt high energy, pleasant, and it was really hard for me to pinpoint how exactly I felt. So it was kind of nice to see the different bubbles and identify which one to go for, and which one to sort of attach to the emotions that I was feeling. One thing that I do know and I do recognize is the more I check in, the better I feel in general. Like, I know it's also because it's the holiday and I'm having a week off, but it's also super important for me to just, be able to notice, it's because I'm checking in as well. I'm learning more about my emotions, and I'm noticing and I'm cherishing the fact that I'm feeling either optimistic or joyful, whatever it is that I felt. And doing this regularly really helped, even though I missed Saturday and Sunday because, I had a jam-packed day going out with my friend, and it was Christmas Eve. It was so packed. I also went out with a colleague, who's also in Ho Chi Minh City, so it was really nice to do that. And on Christmas Day, I flew back home and, had quality time with my mom, so that was really important. And even though I forgot to check in, I do remember the feeling, and it's just kind of nice to do a check-in in my head, even with or without the app. So I think checking in with my feelings really helped me to, this week, really cherish the positive emotions that I felt. And we only have another week left. I'm gonna be really sad to not stop doing this series. It's been really fun, but I'm definitely gonna keep up that practice. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll definitely see you back next week.